Oh my gosh. I forgot to finish the geometric, what is it? The geometric sequence problem where we had to fill in the missing terms. I filled in the missing terms, but I didn't write an equation. But I remember it, which is, I don't know. So if you think back to my homework help video before, let's move you up. Okay, we had a table, and we figured out, and the first term was 5. We had x, and we had f of x. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and the first term was 5. And then we figured out that you're multiplying by 7 each time. So it's 5 times 7, 35. This part I don't remember. 35 is 245, 245. Yeah, let's give myself a little bit more room. 4, 5. Because these get a little big. And then that times 7, 17, 15. I believe those were the two numbers we started with. They gave us, yes, they gave us, first term was 5, fourth term was 17, 15 times 7. Okay, so we figured out that we were multiplying by 7 each time. Okay. So, at least I hope this is the one we were doing. 17, 15 divided by 5 plus 343. Yeah, okay. So then you have to write an explicit and a recursive equation. All right. Here's your explicit. So we know it's geometric. That means we are going to be using an exponential equation. So y equals a times b to the x. Okay, if you find, yeah, that's right. So you can either figure out the y-intercept or you can use the first term. If you use the first term, generally you would write f of n equals the first term times the pattern, which is we're multiplying by 7. Since you use the first term, it's n minus 1. I need to move you closer. That's why it looks so weird. There. All right, so first term, when x equals 1, that's the first term. 5, and then we're multiplying by 7 each time. Since you're using the first term, you have to write n minus 1. Okay, if you found the y-intercept, so that just means you do the pattern backwards. Okay? So I've been multiplying by 7 each time, so I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to divide by 7. Okay. So then you could either write it, then, well, for y-intercept, which is 5/7 times 7 to the n. You could write it like that, or so many options. You could write y equals 5/7 times 7 to the x. Okay. Any of these are fine. So you can use the first term, or you can use the y-intercept. But since, they give you the first term, so if that makes sense to you, you can do it that way. That's easy peasy. Well, not easy peasy, but it's quicker than finding out the y-intercept. But either of those is fine. Okay, that's the explicit. And then you have to write the recursive. Okay, recursive, it has to do with the previous term. So you have f of n equals the previous term, which we always write f of n minus 1. And then what are we doing each time? We're multiplying by 7. So times 7. That's your recursive. Previous term times 7. Okay. There you go. Now I finished the problem.